In today's show, Crypto News Fun on the Ride, we found the best explanation of Bitcoin. Do you want to know about it? Do you want to know about the last crypto news and price predictions? Much more? Yes? Then smash that like button because it's time for Crypto News Fun on the Ride, Crypto a tope. So, in today's video, the best explanation of Bitcoin, we found it with this tweet. We're gonna listen together.
An independent nonprofit focused on the public policy issues affecting cryptocurrency.
Just 1 second.
Chairman Crapo, Ranking Member Brown, members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Peter Van Valkenburgh, and I'm the Director of Research at Coin Center, an independent nonprofit focused on the public policy issues affecting cryptocurrency and public blockchain networks. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the world's first cryptocurrency, and it works because of the world's first public blockchain network. What does Bitcoin do? It's simple. It lets you send and receive value to and from anyone in the world using nothing more than a computer and an internet connection. Now, why is it revolutionary? Because unlike every other tool for sending money over the internet, it works without the need to trust a middleman. The lack of any corporation in between means that Bitcoin is the world's first public digital payments infrastructure. And by public, I simply mean available to all and not owned by any single entity. Now, we have public infrastructure for information, for websites, for email. It's called the internet. But the only public payments infrastructure that we have is cash, as in paper money. And it only works in face-to-face transactions. Before Bitcoin, if you wanted to pay someone remotely over the phone or the internet, then you could not use public infrastructure. You would rely on a private bank to open their books and add a ledger entry that debits you and credits the person you're paying. And if you both don't use the same bank, well, then there'll be multiple banks and multiple ledger entries in between. With Bitcoin, the ledger is the public blockchain, and anyone can add an entry to that ledger, transferring their Bitcoins to someone else. And anyone, regardless of their nationality, race, religion, gender, sex, or creditworthiness, can for absolutely no cost create a Bitcoin address in order to receive payments digitally. Bitcoin is the world's first globally accessible public money. Is it perfect? No. Neither was email when it was invented in 1972. Bitcoin's not the best money on every margin. It's not yet accepted everywhere. It's not used often to quote prices, and it's not always a stable store of value. But it is working, and the mere fact that it works without trusted intermediaries is amazing. It's a computer science breakthrough, and it will be as significant for freedom, prosperity, and human flourishing as the birth of the internet. And Bitcoin is just the beginning. If we can replace private payments infrastructure, then we can replace other private choke points to human interaction as well. Now, why should we want to build more public infrastructure? Why should we embrace blockchains over corporate intermediaries? Why should we tolerate their inefficiencies and work to make them better? Why should we want the pioneers of this technology here in the United States and not fleeing overseas? A simple reason. Because the corporate intermediaries providing today's critical but privately owned infrastructure are becoming fewer, larger, and more powerful, and their failures are increasingly grave. So roughly half of all Americans, 143 million people, had their Social Security numbers exposed to hackers because of a breach at Equifax. The SWIFT network has relayed hundreds of millions of dollars in fraudulent transactions because of hacked member banks in Bangladesh, Vietnam, Ecuador, and Russia. The FBI suspects now that the largest of these hacks was perpetrated by North Korea. Corrupt, low-level employees at an Indian bank, Punjab National, were able to fraudulently certify SWIFT messages stealing $1.8 billion. It's the largest electronic bank robbery in history. In fact, it's the largest bank robbery in history. In October 2016, an estimated 1.2 million internet-connected devices were hacked and turned into a botnet that for several hours made prominent websites unavailable across Europe and North America, including CNN and Fox News, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. Increasingly, physical machines are being connected to the internet to augment their capabilities. They're wired through servers that are owned and maintained by private and trusted intermediaries, the so-called Internet of Things. Pacemakers from St. Jude's Hospital have been hacked. Baby monitors from TrendNet have been hacked. And Jeeps from Jeep have been hacked to the point where they can be remotely commandeered and driven off the road. Now, those vulnerabilities are inescapable in systems that have single points of failure. It doesn't matter if the point of failure is a corporation or if it's a government. There shouldn't be a single point of failure. Similar choke points existed before the internet. If you wanted to deliver a message, you'd have to go through one of 3 television broadcasters or a handful of newspapers. Private corporations are essential, but no critical infrastructure should rely on 1 or 2. The internet removed single points of failure in communications infrastructure and ushered in a wave of competition among new media corporations building on top of its public rails. Blockchains can similarly disintermediate critical payments and IoT infrastructure. The technology is not yet ready to answer all of those questions today, but it is our best hope. And as with the internet in the 1990s, we need a light-touch, pro-innovation policy to ensure that these innovations flourish in America for the benefit and security of all Americans.
So interesting. I hope everybody listens to this. It talks not about speculation as we are used to talk in the show, but the truth of this technology that is going to disintermediate everything. Really, really, really interesting way of saying things. And let's jump into the price predictions. We are not happy because we're gonna touch the moving average of 200. And remember past video, I was asking for a candle, all of it just beyond that moving average. So not happy today. We'll see if we finally have another bear market in August, another month in the red. It's possible right now. Maybe we're going to touch $22,000 and then jump, break again 24,000 and fight for the 30,000. Do you believe that? Or do you believe we're going down? We have to compare again with past year, and you can check that the behavior of the price is the same this year as it was past year. Actually, I just went to Atani because it's the only way you can do this for free if you don't want to pay the TradingView Pro version. The link is in the description. It's a free app, and I did this ghost picture too, and you can check that is almost perfect the way we are following past summer. So we might go up again a little bit, 25,000, and then back to 33 again, and be like that till September. We talk about 15th of September, 7. We know there we'll have data from the Fed and the rises of the rates or not. Also, we'll know about empty GOX and the free Bitcoin for the people involved in the hack, and we will also know about Ethereum 2.0. So really amazing. September is coming, but right now we are in boring August. We have again this pattern between the lines here, and you can check that it's also following it. So now a little bit down, then up, down, and boring till September. That would be my idea, but I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm no expert. This is not financial advice whatsoever. Remember, cryptocurrencies are not regulated and they all can go to zero. So do not use a money you can't afford to lose. Bitcoin is going to respect the support here in 22,700. Maybe this other one in 21,000. I believe this one is much possible. Or maybe even the line of the 20,000. We'll see about that. Remember the RSI, we just broke it, just the yellow line and also the white one. So that meant in the past going down and going down for the price. This might be again. But if we talk about RSI, we can go to the monthly chart for Bitcoin, and there we find the bottom for this indicator. as we had it there and in the other part here, and that meant the beginning of the next bull run. So that's what this person is telling us. I brought those data to TradingView, and yes, we can see that we are at a very, very low level of RSE. But remember that also in the past, when we were in those levels, it took us several months in order to be able to go up again. Also remember, this time it was like almost a year until we were sure we were going up like crazy. So maybe we need more patience right now. We have to look at the stock market, crazy for United States and Asia. And why? Well, that's because of Biden and the No Inflation Reduction Act law. They are gonna print a lot of money. We'll see how this affects the market. And Justin Bennett is giving us a lot of fear. And why is that? Because he's comparing the price action for Standard & Poor's 500 with the price action in 2008. And it's almost the same, as you can see with this pattern. And we just went into a huge crisis. So maybe we are doing the same. This is the same idea in TradingView. I wrote it for you, and you can check that it's true that we are following it. So we hopefully break this trend right now and go up, because if not, that could mean a really, really low for Standard & Poor's 500 and then also for Bitcoin. That's why maybe we are in the 30 of the Fear and Greed Index, so more fearful today than yesterday. And we have some bad news in order to be fearful. For example, UK is hitting double digits inflation for first time in 40 years. It's 10.1 for the UK, is 8.5 for United States. Yesterday we said it was 10.8 for Spain and 6.1 for France. So everything is going south. And bad news for the crypto space in Ontario. They have more than 40% of the population in Canada. Well, now they can do more than 30K of Canadian dollars annually for buying crypto. So that's not good. If this spreads, if all the countries, all the governments impose limits for buying crypto, allegedly because they want to protect us, that will be no good for the market. But on the other hand, in Australia, we have a new ETF on spot. So everybody is wondering when United States will do the same. And JP Morgan is telling us about the stock market, the crypto one, the coin is a ticker, which is the ticker for Coinbase. He's telling us that they believe it's going to jump very, very hard. And why would be that? Because of the merge, because of Ethereum proof of stake, because Coinbase has allegedly 15% of the market, all the value stock there, and they might get a lot of rewards with this staking. So maybe we are just going up already with coin due to this information. We just jumped the moving average of 20. So maybe that's the point of jumping again up. What do you think about it? And we have the Ethereum chart going down. Remember yesterday we talked about the moving average of 100, and it seems it's happening what we talked about in that video. Don't miss that out. Arthur Hayes is being bull with Ethereum. He's telling us it's gonna go up, and it's gonna be the same for Ethereum as halving is for Bitcoin. Remember the moment where the miners get half of the rewards for mining a block? Well, usually the price of Bitcoin goes up. Arthur Hayes is telling us that he believes that Ethereum will go up as Bitcoin would with a halving. Okay, so why is that? Well, his theory is based on the theory of reflexivity from George Soros. The theory points that there's a feedback loop between market prices and expectations held by market participants for a given market situation. If the merge is successful, traders will buy Ethereum today, knowing that the higher prices goes, the more the network will be used and the more deflationary it will become, driving the price higher, causing the network to be more used, and so on and so forth. This is a virtuous circle for bulls. So we hope that happens. or maybe think about the yin and the yang. In the bad side, we have probably a hard fork with a split. We'll have Ethereum POW, and if that happens, now we wonder what will happen with the NFTs. You will have the same NFT in one net and in the other one. And also right now, everybody's concerned about all the Ethereum that is locked in the centralized exchanges, providing liquidity. What will happen with all that? We might have a lot of flooding of new Ethereum, of new money just created out of blue thin air, just like the Fed is printing money. So maybe that's not good. Hopefully everybody goes to Ethereum Classic, Beam, Ravencoin, etc., and forget about this crazy thing. Ethereum merge that is being searched in Google, it just jumped over 500% over the past month. The market is in the red, and the bubbles, don't touch them, are in the red. And you can see EOS is going down, but it went up a lot yesterday. And why is that? Well, finally I found out. It's going to rebrand. It's going to be called Antelope. And I'm not gonna support that because I felt that I was lied and cheated with EOS in the past, and I don't trust the new team, etc. I hope you do well, but I don't believe anymore in Ethereum killers. I prefer to stick with Ethereum. $50 billion in the DeFi space, and we have good news for Akala because it recovered 2.97 billion of AUSD, the stablecoin minted during the exploit. So very good news. Also for the development of AR, you can see here, you can go to a restaurant and you will use over the reality probably in the future to see if you like the food that is going to be presented to you in the table. Very nice use of use. And also, what if you go running and you can run with yourself? So maybe with your avatar in the future, you will be able to do that also with over the reality. And that all starts with just one hexagon. Do you want to know about our partners? Then watch that video. Don't miss that out. Also about partners, BlockFi, they're still there and they have good news now. If you are not a United citizen, US citizen, you are able to use your BlockFi interest account and generate income with both the wallet and the BlockFi interest account. So that makes things easier. I leave you this link in the description in case you want to check that out, but it just makes our things easier. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to this video and learn about how we're making money, the money we can risk, and we are generating some revenue in order to create our machine for financial freedom. We'll see how that works out in the future. Community of Fun on the Ride, this rider just recognized me in the party in the Feria of Malaga without my glasses, which is not easy task. So congratulations and thank you for saying hello. Also thank you for everybody that is subscribing to the channel in Twitch, like Star5 today, for example. Thank you to Ferritina and all the others that send me really interesting material, like this guy. He's 92 years old and he's up for a jump because life is short and he wants to live it like crazy. Let's go! And let's go talk about thoughts of the day. The problem with the world is that intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. That's Charles Bukowski, and this guy is crazy. He just jumped from 25,000 feet with no parachute, and he landed in a net. And I believe this is crazy, and I wonder why he would do that, and I wonder why someone would climb the captain without a rope, and I wonder why people were to see the spectacle. Would you imagine he misses the net and he just become like an egg in the floor? Let's see the last moment. Is he gonna make it or no? What do you think? Oh my god, there's the net. It's not so big. He might die right now. Be careful. But he didn't die. That's a good thing. But do not do not risk your life like this. It's crazy. Let's talk about technology. See how a robot can dance and do gymnastics in the future. Those are our future rulers, and they came from this. 1976, the first Apple computer looked like this, and this was the first cell phone released in 1994, $2,200, and it was so heavy, and you wouldn't be able to call any other cell phone because you were the only one with it. So we have to be safe in this crazy technological world, and the only way we know is with the Ledger Nano S Plus or X, link in the description. And congratulations to all the riders like Edmundo Mozo that took advantage of the discount that right now is not there anymore. Ledger that now have their market, and they're dropping an exclusive NFT hit with the people of Brick and the people of One World Brick. So if you want to learn about this collaboration, I leave you both links in the description. This cat is searching for the ledger. Where did I put my ledger or my seed phrase? He doesn't remember. This spider is crazy. Andy VZ sent it to me, and it has like a watermelon in the head. So crazy animal. And what about this bad dog that is scaring the crypto cats? Boo! What? Oh my, so scary. And what about these ones? Edwin sent them to me, and they are crypto bros, and they are helping each other, because in this community you need the help of the others. Like this cat needs the backs of everybody in order to learn and become a Bitcoin maximalist like this cat, or maybe forget about everything and plant some of those. Who knows? We have no more time, but if you want to listen to this same content in Spanish, you can do it in Fun on the Ride without crypto. We are 400 subscribers in the English channel. Thank you very much for that. I hope you're learning something. I hope you're making fun of my pronunciation, grammar, and etc. But I hope I'm encouraging you, I'm motivating you to learn English as I did for free with the Von method. So if you want it in Spanish, here you have the thumbnail, the best explanation for Bitcoin in Spanish, la mejor explicación de qué es Bitcoin. And we are researching already for your next video tomorrow here in Crypto News Fun on the Ride. Health, money, love, peace, partying, crypto a tope, to the moon! And the best is yet to come.